In French, we call it le sujet, the subject. So je means I, tu means you, il means he, elle means she, nous means we, vous means you. It is formal. Now you must be confused, but sir, why there is double u? Tu means you and vous, vous means you. One is informal, that is tu, and vous is formal, means aap. So in hospitality, in this department, most of us, we use the formal language. So you have to use vous, because you would be greeting your people at the front office or desk. So आप mostly vous subject से French use करेंगे. Then plural form of il, ILS, इसको भी ill pronounce करेंगे because S will be silent. So ill and ELLES, again it will be L. It is a plural form of L. So this is the list of subjects that you must learn, that these are the subjects, and with these subjects we conjugate the verb, right? So let me cover up. So generally, how we conjugate the ER group verb? The verb is regarder. Okay, so this is the verb regarder. It means to look and to watch. So this is ER group verb. The words verb ending with ER that falls in N, and it's a regular group of verb. So how we can conjugate the regular verb? With the help of this formula. So first of all, we will write all the subjects, and then we will remove the radical ER, and in place of ER, we will add E, ES, E, E, ONS, EZ, ENT, and ENT. So this is the formula. हम क्या करेंगे, वर्ब में से ER को रिमूव करके हम इस फॉर्मूले को पुट करते चले जाएंगे. So this is how we conjugate the ER group of verbs, right? So as you can see, the conjugation of verb regarder. Now below it, there is a verb manger, MANGER. Now this is again its ER group verb. इसको भी सेम हम उसी फॉर्मूले के साथ कॉन्जुगेट करेंगे, द वे वी हैव डन regarder verb, the way we do ER group, right? Same formula. So manger means to eat, manger verb means to eat, right? But in this verb, there is one exception. In this verb, there is one exception. And if you see the conjugation of this verb, like je mange, I eat, tu mange, you eat, il mange, he eats, elle mange, she eats, nous mangeons, we eat, vous mangez, you eat, il mange, they eat, and elle mange, they eat. So again, the verb is simple conjugated with help of ER. But in this verb, there is one exception. What is the exception? In case of nous, as you can see, the conjugation of nous, it is MANGEONS. नॉर्मली हम जब ER ग्रुप को नो के साथ कॉन्जुगेट करते हैं तो हम ER हटाकर क्या ऐड करते हैं, ONS, एज पर द फॉर्मूला. बट यहाँ पर एक एडिशन हुआ है, यहाँ पर ONS से पहले E ऐड किया गया है. आई एम ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट सब्जेक्ट नो, नॉट इन एनी अदर सब्जेक्ट. So in case of nu, the conjugation may we have added extra E before ONS. That's why this verb is called as the orthographic verb, because there is one exception, and that exception is only E. That's why we call this verb as an orthographic verb. Though इसमें ER group का ही formula implement होगा जैसे हम ER group को conjugate करते हैं, but in case of nu हम यहाँ पर ER हटा के ONS लगाते हैं, लेकिन ONS से पहले we will add extra E. And just because of this extra E, this verb is called as orthographic verb. Rest will be the same conjugation. And like this verb manger, there is another verb at the right side. You can see voyage. Voyage means to travel or to journey. ये verb भी same manger की तरह conjugate होगी, same like manger verb. इसमें भी nu में आपको extra e लगाना है. Then next verb is neje. Neje means to swim. Neje means to swim. This is also orthographic verb. ये भी manger verb की तरह ही conjugate होगी. Third is buje. Buje means to move. Buje verb means to move. So it is also orthographic verb. It will be conjugated like the same manger verb. Next is corrige. Corrige means to correct. Corrige means to correct. Like the teacher take the notebook, the teacher corrects the notebook. So corrige means is to correct, like to tick. So this is the list of 5 verbs. They are called as orthographic verb. Why they are called as orthographic verbs? Just because of in subject nu, we add an extra E here. We add extra, that's it. That's why they are called it as an ortho. ये जो हमारी 5 orthographic verbs हैं, they will be conjugated like ER group verb with the same formula. हम verb में से ER radical को remove करेंगे और उनके last में E, ES, E, E, ONS, EZ, ENT, ENT ऐड करेंगे. बट यहाँ पर नु के केस में जो सब्जेक्ट नु है, वहां पर आप ER हटाकर ONS भी लगाओगे, लेकिन ONS से पहले आप एक्स्ट्रा E ऐड करोगे. नु मोंजो, आफ्टर G देयर इज एन एक्स्ट्रा E, जो कि फॉर्मूले में नहीं आता. बस यही इस एक एक्सेप्शन के कारण इन वर्ब्स को हम ऑर्थोग्राफिक वर्ब बोलते हैं. तो लाइक मोंजे, voyage will be conjugated. Voyage means to travel, to journey. Next है आपकी neje. Neje means to swim. Third one is buje. Buje verb means to move. And corrige means to correct. Corrige means to correct. So this is the list of 5 orthographic verbs. Now below there are 2 verbs. They are also called as mini orthographic verb. They are also called as mini orthographic verbs. The first is the verb is aple. Aple means to call. Dear students, if you want to write down the meanings of these verbs, please you can jot it down, right? So please note down the meaning of these verbs. I repeat since beginning, manger means to eat. Voyage means to travel or to journey. Neje means to swim. Buje means to move. Corrige means to correct. And the next one is aple. Aple means to call. Aple verb means to call. It is a very important verb because generally हम जब once we will start working, so हम ये oftenly पूछते हैं, what is your name? My name is this and that. So aple verb is used in asking name and in telling name. अभी I'll share it with example. अभी share करता हूँ इसको, ठीक है? So aple means to call, right? So to tell name and to ask name in French, we use this verb, right? Because in English, how we ask, we say, what is your name? What is your name? Yeah, what's your name? Then we say, my name is Vinit Sharma. My name is Akshat. My name is Gaurav. But in French, we use aple verb, means how do you call yourself? I call myself Vinit Sharma, right? So aple means to call. Now again, this verb is ER group verb. इसे भी हम जब कॉन्जुगेट करेंगे, इसमें हम ER ग्रुप का फॉर्मूला लगाएंगे. हम ER रिमूव कर देंगे और ER रिमूव करके व्हाट वी विल ऐड, हम उस फॉर्मूले को अकॉर्ड करेंगे. E, ES, E, E, ONS, EZ, ENT, ENT, right? As you can see. But look at the spelling of the verb. It's APP ELER, right? Now when we will conjugate this verb, so in case of J, the spelling is APP ELLE. Now they have added an extra L. It's APPE LLE. Otherwise, it should be single L has to be there, right? So in case of Theo also, they have added an extra L. The spelling of verb is APPELER. So there should be single L, but यहाँ पर क्या डबल L यूज करा इन्होंने वर्ब को कॉन्जुगेट करते हुए. जे के केस में भी डबल L है, इन केस ऑफ त्यू डबल L, इल L में भी डबल L यूज किया है, नु और वू में सिंगल L है एज पर द वर्ब नेम, क्योंकि वर्ब के स्पेलिंग में भी सिंगल L आ रहा है, APPELER. But in again in plural form, il and L में भी there is double L. So just because they are using double L here, so this verb is also called as semi orthographic verb. Otherwise इसमें हम ER ग्रुप का फॉर्मूला ही कॉन्जुगेट करेंगे. हम रेडिकल ER हटा के वर्ब के लास्ट में जे के केस में E ऐड कर देंगे, क्यू के केस में ES, इल L में E ऐड करेंगे, नू में ONS आएगा ER की जगह, वू में EZ आएगा एंड प्लूरल फॉर्म ऑफ इल में ENT, राइट. बट यहाँ पर इन्होंने क्या करा है, वर्ब की स्पेलिंग क्या है, APPELER, सिंगल L इज देयर, बट जब व्हेन दे आर कॉन्जुगेटिंग द वर्ब इन्होंने क्या करा है, डबल L कर दिया सिंगल L को. j'appelle, I call, tu appelles, you call, il appelle, he calls, elle appelle, she calls, nous appelons, we call, vous appelez, you call, il s'appelle, elle s'appelle, they call. So now, vous appelez, it is very important because we ask name with this verb only. Abhi I'll share the example. So like verb appeler, there is another verb, it's rappeler. Rappeler is to recall. Okay, rappeler is to recall. So this verb will be also conjugated like the verb appeler, right? So appeler means to call and rappeler means to recall. Then another mini orthographic verb is there, ashite. Ashite means to buy. Please write down the meaning of this verb. Ashite means to buy, to purchase. So again it is ER group verb. So इसको भी हम उसी फॉर्मूले के साथ कॉन्जुगेट करेंगे जिससे हम ER ग्रुप को करते हैं. What we will do, we will remove the radical ER and after removing ER, we will write the formula E, ES, EE, nu के केस में ONS, woo के केस में EZ, ENT, ENT, right? But why this is a semi-orthographic verb? Because यहाँ पर जब हम इसको conjugate करेंगे J के साथ, तो you can see there is an sign on E. इसको फ्रेंच में एक्सो तेगु बोलते हैं. It is a accent. I'll tell you later on in the next class कि what accent or these are some technical things. So यहाँ पर E के ऊपर आपने देखा होगा एक sign है. There is a kind of there is a signal kind of antenna. So due to this accent, due to this sign, this verb becomes a semi-orthographic verb. Otherwise, it will be conjugated like ER group verb. हम ER रिमूव करके, अब यहाँ पर E के ऊपर आपने देखा वो साइन बना हुआ है. I'll share it like this. Right? Then tu ashet, इसमें भी E के ऊपर आपने देखा होगा एक्सोतेगु है, ठीक है. Then il ashet, he buys, उसमें भी E के ऊपर एक एक्सेंट है. El ashet, E के ऊपर वो साइन है. Nu and woo के केस में there is no sign. Nu ashito, woo ashite, there is no sign on that. Then in plural form again there is a sign on E, il ashet, el ashet. So just because of this sign, this accent we are putting on E, this verb call it as a semi-orthographic verb. But remember, this will be conjugated like the ER group verb only. हम इसमें वही फॉर्मूला यूज करेंगे जो हम ER ग्रुप को सॉल्व यूज करने के लिए यूज करते हैं, ठीक है. बस इसमें ये साइन लगेगा. ड्यू टू दिस it is called as a semi orthographic verb. So the verb is ashite. Please mute yourself. The verb is ashite. It means to buy, to purchase. So the conjugation is just like ER group verb, but the exception is यहाँ पर E के ऊपर आपको एक साइन लगाना है बस. इस साइन के कारण ये वर्ब जो है सेमी ऑर्थोग्राफिक वर्ब बन जाती है. रेस्ट द फॉर्मूला इज सेम. वही आप ER रिमूव कर दोगे वर्ब क्लास में से और उसकी जगह फॉर्मूला ऐड करोगे. अगेन आई रिपीट द प्रोनाउंसिएशन. इट इज जाशेत, आई बाय. I've told you when J के केस में अगर वर्ब वॉवल से बिगिन हो रही है ठीक है, तो जे के आगे वोवल बिगनिंग वर्ब है तो ई ओमिट हो जाता है, एंड वी राइट जे अपोस्ट्रोफ, ई ओमिट हो जाता है। रिमेंबर व्हेन यू विल राइट दिस इन रिटन में, एग्जाम में, आप अगर इसको ऐसे नहीं लिखोगे, क्योंकि नॉर्मल जे ई होता है सब्जेक्ट, लेकिन जे के सामने जो वर्ब है वो वोवल बिगनिंग है, तो इस केस में ई ओमिट होके कोमा में चला जाता है। हम इसको ऐसे राइट करेंगे, जाशेत आई बाय आई परचेज, अदरवाइज द एग्जामिनर can deduct your marks. He or she will definitely. The next is tu ashet you buy. Then il ashet he buys. El ashet she buys. Nu ashito. I've told you yesterday, जब दो वोवल्स के बीच में एक कॉन्सोनेंट आता है, then sound becomes z. That's why I'm calling it as nu zashito. मैंने इसको nu ashito नहीं बोला, nu zashito, z sound. और जब भी फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज में जहां पर भी सी एच साथ में होगा, whenever you'll find ch together, then the sound will be sh. Ch will be sh. Nous achetons, vous achetez, right? Then plural form il achète, they buy. Then plural form of elle is elle achète, they buy. So like this verb, you can conjugate the other verbs also, right? So this is a very important verb, ashte, aple, monje, right? Voyage. Basically, these are very important verbs. So due to these exception that I have shared with you, these verbs are called as the orthographic verbs or semi-orthographic verb. Now, dear students, if you have any doubt, please ask me. If you have any confusion, please. These verb will be conjugated like ER group verb only. वही फॉर्मूला इसमें हम लगाएंगे ER को रिमूव करके, बट इसमें जो मैंने एक्सेप्शन आपको बताया, आपको उनका ध्यान रखना है. But still, if there is any doubt, you can ask me, please. Yes, dear students, any doubt you want to know, ask. Any confusion?
सर ये मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रही है, मतलब सब कुछ.
आपको इसलिए समझ में आ रही क्योंकि आपने स्टार्टिंग की क्लासेस मिस करी है ना बेटा?
हाँ सर, आज फर्स्ट ट्रांस क्लास.
हाँ हाँ बेटा, नहीं आएगा क्योंकि वर्ब्स, क्योंकि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर सब्जेक्ट्स, व्हाट आर द ग्रुप्स, and how we conjugate that particular group with that formula. So it is obvious that if you are attending it, so it will be a difficulty for you. You will not be able to understand. But those who are attending the classes regularly, out of those students, any doubt or any confusion? See, this is very important things for you people to know, especially from your exam point of view. In exams, you get marks for writing it in the correct way. If you will miss even a single sign, single accent, if you miss any spelling, so the examiner will deduct your marks. So that's why be precise while practicing this verb. And even sir specially mentioned that please write the verbs 20 times. It is not for us, it is for your benefit. Once you'll do a practice, you'll write it 20 times, you will never ever forget in your life. Trust me. Okay. So as you can see, I have shared another les salutations, the greetings. So here there is a general meeting that how to ask name in French. One is informal and second is formal. Like scene one, suppose you're meeting your friend in college, you're meeting your friend in your society. So how you can ask the name? Look here. Okay, let me tell the screen. Okay, so the person says salut. Salut means hi or hello. Je m'appelle Manuel. So appelé verb जो अभी आपको मैंने सिखाई है. Je m'appelle Manuel. My name is Manuel. Et toi and you? Comment tu t'appelles? Now he's asking name. So how to ask name in French? It is informal. Comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? What is your name? So now how the person is responding? Salut, hello, je m'appelle Anish. My name is. How to tell name in French? It's je m'appelle. आपले वर्ब जो मैंने आपको अभी कराई है. It's je m'appelle. अगर इसे हम ट्रांसलेट करेंगे, it means I call myself Anish, but the sense is my name is Anish. So je m'appelle Anish, right? So now onwards, if you will tell your name in French, you will say je m'appelle Anish, right? This is informal. Now second segment is, as you can see, it's like office scene, right? There is a person who is meeting at the front office desk. There is a ma'am. So this is formal, and you need to learn it because in hotel management you need to learn the formal segment more. ये आपके बहुत, it's very important for you. So now the lady, she's saying bonjour monsieur, good morning sir. So bonjour means good morning. It's a kind of greet, it's kind of namaste, have a good day or good morning. Monsieur means Mr. or Sir. So the lady is saying, bonjour, monsieur. Je m'appelle Sophie Delbas. My name is Sophie. Et vous and you. Et vous means and you. So this is how you have to say. Like je m'appelle Vineet, et vous and you. So now that person is asking, excusez, bonjour, madame. Now the person is replying, bonjour, madame. Good morning, ma'am. Excusez-moi, excuse me. Vous vous appelez comment? What is your name? So this is how you will ask name in French, even when you will work in any company. If you find a French guest, if you are greeting a French person. So first of all, you will say, bonjour, appelez comment? What is your name? It is formal. Vous vous appelez comment? What is your name? Now the reply is, je m'appelle Jean Martin. Je m'appelle Jean Martin. My name is Jean Martin. So now onwards, if you want to ask anyone name in French, you will say, vous vous appelez comment? And the reply is, je m'appelle. This is formal and this is informal. Like, comment tu t'appelles is informal. इसका मतलब भी होता है, what is your name? Reply वही रहेगा, je m'appelle Anish. And formal is, vous vous appelez comment? What is your name? My name is Jean. Je m'appelle Jean. Right? So this is how you will ask. So यहाँ पर आपले वर्ब यूज हो रही है, अभी जो मैंने वर्ब आपको सिखाई. So now I'll going to start what are prepositions in French. Okay, so we have done the 3 types of verbs. So now I'm going to start with the new grammar topic, that is les prépositions, means the prepositions. Now I hope you must know what are prepositions in English.
In French.
All of you have studied prepositions in English. So in French also, we will use prepositions. So any student who does not know what are prepositions, and if you know, can anyone just give me small definitions? Prepositions होते क्या हैं? What are prepositions? Anyone? What are preposition? English में आप सबने पढ़े हैं. खुशी बेटा, can you tell me what are prepositions?
Sir,
Hello.
in and ये सब भी होता है. In, at, on, to, of.
Sir, a word which is used before any noun or pronoun to increase its value, to specify it.
Very nice, Ayan. Superb. Très bien. Superb. See,
Thank you, sir.
basically, prepositions are, they are placed before noun or pronoun, right? Or you can say that it is somehow generally they work like, I'll give you example. How? For example, you give a call to your friend and you ask that, hi buddy, where are you? I need to meet you. Can we catch up today evening? अब वो बोलेगा right now I am not free because right now I am at Abu Lane, Meerut. So now the person is, the subject is friend and the object is Abu Lane. Now the person and object को is that person? That person is at Abu Lane. Abu Lane पर है. So here at is working as a preposition because it is connecting the subject and it is connecting the object. Or you can say that it is locating the position of noun, that where is the noun is, right? So person और Abu Lane के बीच में क्या connect up है यहाँ पर? At. That the person is at Abu Lane, right? For example, another example, the cow is in the park. The cow is in the park. So now cow and park को कौन connect कर रहा है? Preposition in. Cow की position क्या है? What is the position of cow? That the cow is in the park. So here in is working as a preposition, right? So this is how you can understand the prepositions are the one which tells, which are placed before noun and pronoun, right? Or you can say usually
Sir,
a word
prepositions are the word which
preposition is
join
a word which is
two different sentences.
Yes beta.
Prepositions are the word which join a sentence. And what's the
Basically,
difference between this conjunction and prepositions then?
basically it's not only about joining the sentence. हम conjunction क्या करते हैं? Conjunction में हम 2-3 sentence को add कर सकते हैं, right? But preposition is basically it's relating to another word or element in the clause, as like the man on the platform. So यहाँ पर man और platform के बीच में क्या है? Man और platform को कौन connect कर रहा है? Preposition on. In conjunction, you can add 2 sentence, but preposition is the connector between an object and a subject. Simple is that way. For example, the man is standing at platform. The man is, or you can say the man is on the platform, right? So now what is man? Is a subject, and what is platform? It's an object. So which is the connector between man, subject and object? It's a preposition, means on. This is, you can take it, right? So let's proceed with the list of prepositions. First one, as you can see, there is a duck on the table. So SUR, it means sure. Look at the pronunciation, that really matters a lot. So sure means on. So now there is a duck and there is a table, right? So now we know the object is table, right? But where we can locate the subject? Where is the duck? Duck is on the table, or it is under the table, or it is inside the table, or it is outside the table, it is behind the table. So preposition is on. It is on the table, right? So sure means on. Then next is DANS, do. You can see the duck is now in the box. So DANS, it means do, right? So the preposition do means in. Next is, now the duck is at the side of that box. So akut the is at the side of. Akut the, it's a French preposition. It means at the side of. The duck is at the side of box. It is akut the. The pronunciation is A means a, COTE is kut, because T को हम त बोलते हैं, and DE is the. Akut the, at the side of. Next is derrière. Derrière means behind. Next is derrière. Derrière means behind, पीछे. Akut the, at the side of. Now derrière is behind, पीछे, right? So in French, if you need to use preposition behind, it is derrière. The rear. Derrière. Next is in between, au devant. In between. Devant means in front of. Now the duck is in front of box. So DEVANT, devant. इसको कैसे pronounce करेंगे? Devant. Devant means in front of. Next is au-dessous. Next is au-dessous. Au-dessous means under. A duck is under the table. Okay. Or not, you can say under. Basically, it is below. The right word here is below. So au-dessous means below. Next is au-dessous. They both are quite relevant. Almost same लगता है, बस खाली spelling का फर्क है. यहाँ पर DESSOUS है, but यहाँ पर DESSUS है. So the pronunciation is au-dessous, means above. Okay. Au-dessous is below. Au-dessous is above. Next is, now you can see the duck is between, entre. ENTRE. Entre means between. Entre means between. Next is sous. SOUS. Sous means under. The duck is under the table. Okay. So SOUS, how we will pronounce it? Sous. Like in English, we use word sue karna. SOSUE, sue. Right? So remember it. Sue is under. So again, I repeat, the heading is les prépositions. The prepositions. Okay. The preposition tells the position of position of noun and pronoun. Right? So the first one is sur, SUR. It means on. Second is don, DANS. Don means in. Next is akut the. Akut the is at the side of. Next is derrière. Derrière is behind. Another one is devant. Devant means in front. After devant, it is au-dessous. Au-dessous is below. Please write down the meaning of these. Next is au-dessous. Au-dessous is above. That one is below. This one is above. Next is entre. ENTRE. Entre means between. Then SOUS, sous. Sous means under. Sous means under. So this is a list of prepositions. So now I would be sharing one more list because there are few more prepositions like parmi. Parmi means among. Inside, the do. Outside, the hor. So I'll sharing one more list. So, dear students, as you can see, here is the list of preposition with English meaning. So let's see some addition to it. We will start from the prepositions. Okay, I'll read the complete one. In starting, it is aprano, means let us learn. So there are two verbs. Lir means to read. Tourne means to turn. I'm just reading it for your knowledge. Then there is a list of adverbs. Ossi, ossi means also. Lua is far. Loin, lua is far. They are not preposition, they are adverbs. I'm just reading for your pronunciation. Then pray, pray means near, and pui means then. PUIS, pui means then. इसका सिनोनिम होता है on sweet. pui का एक सिनोनिम होता है on sweet. ENSUIT. I'll teach you in some other class. Don't worry. When I'll tell you about and I'll teach you about your daily routine, then I'll tell you the more adverbs like pui, on sweet, alors. Okay. Now the list of prepositions in French इसको बोलते हैं preposition. How we call preposition in French? Preposition. Preposition. Now look at the list. The first one is acoudre, means near or at the side of. Next word is après. Après means after. Au-dessous means below. Next one is au-dessous, is above. Avant means before. Contre means against. It's a new preposition. Contre is against. Dans is in. Derrière is behind. Derrière. Devant, in front. Devant, in front. Entre, between. Loin de, far from. Loin de, far from. Près de, near to, nearby. Près de, near to, nearby. Sous means under. Sous means under. And sur means on. Sur means on. Please write one more preposition. It is not mentioned here. That is parmi. PARMI. Write it down. PARMI. Parmi. Parmi means among. Parmi means among. PARMI. The preposition is parmi. It means among. One more preposition you can write. Okay, it's there. Contre is given. Fine. Okay. Now below there are some expressions. Expressions को French में बोलते हैं expression. Expression. À gauche, on the left. The first expression is à gauche, on the left. À droite, to the right. Jouer au football. Jouer verb होता है to play football. Jouer au football. Next is jouer de la guitare, to play the guitar. The verb is jouer. It means to play. It is ER group verb and it is regular group of verb. मैंने आपको first group में करवाया था. Next is tout droit. Tout droit is straight. आपको अगर किसी को कहना है go straight, then allez-y. Tout droit. So tout droit is straight. I repeat, à gauche means to the left. Like tourner à gauche, turn to the left. À droite is to the right. अगर किसी को कहना take a right turn, then tourner à droite. Jouer au football, to play football. Jouer de la guitare, to play the guitar. Jouer du violon, to play violin. Jouer du violon, to play guitar. These are expressions you have to learn like this only. Then tout droit is straight. And in the last, there is one adjective given. Plusieurs means several time. Plusieurs is several. Right. So this is a list of prepositions that you must learn, that you must remember, because while forming sentence, we need the help of prepositions. So I'll repeat it one more time. Attention, s'il vous plaît. Please attention and look at the pronunciation. Regardez et écoutez bien. I repeat again. je vais répéter une autre fois. Écoute de at the side of, après, after, au-dessous, below, au-dessus, above, avant, before, contre, against, dans, in, derrière, behind, devant, in front, entre, between, loin de, far away, far from, près de, near to, nearby, sous is under, and sur means on. I told you one more example, one more preposition. Who will tell that I ask you to write, which is not mentioned in the list? Harip, who will tell? I gave you one more
Parmi.
preposition. Parmi. Very nice. Good. Parmi means, it means
Among.
among. Very nice. So I hope now you are clear with prepositions, right? Any confusion in preposition related to pronunciation, related to meaning, you can please ask me. Especially BHMCT student, because you would be giving an exam of French. So please, if you have any doubt, you can clear it, right? So this is all what we have for today's class. So again, as usual, I request you that please try to practice it, give half an hour on daily basis. Whatever you're learning in the classes, write it down, pen it down, because this practice will never let you forget the French terms and the French pronunciation. Okay, dear students. So please give half an hour and try to write it and maintain a notebook. I've told you in the beginning, especially for BHMCT students, that if you want to learn French for your career, for better job opportunities, please maintain a proper register, a proper time log, do rigorous practice. Without efforts, you will not get anything. And these efforts, those who are putting efforts on sincere notes, trust me, dear students, you will be rewarded for your efforts. You will see the result at the time of your selection, at the time of your campus placement. Jot down my words, right? So this is all what we have for today's class. I request all of you to please practice, to revise, and in next class, please do come up with your problems. See, if you will revise, if you will practice, so definitely you will come up with queries, you will come up with any problem. If you are not revising, if you are not giving time after class, if you're not putting efforts, it means you are not finding any problems. So it's very
Also,
simple.
I'll be posting a recording of today's class along with the 2 previous classes. So if you don't understand, please go to the previous classes, see the recordings, spend time and learn French. All right.
Okay, dear students, please be responsive and at least say yes or no when we are asking something. We need a response that you're listening or not. Again, at the end, you will be benefited out of this French.